My name is Mark Lepetis, and I'm the semiconductor editor of VID00008. And I'm here at the Design Automation Conference, and with me to my right is Mr. Sanjay Jha. He's the Chief Operating Officer of Qualcomm and the President of Qualcomm CDMA Technologies. And we've got this gentleman after his keynote at the Design Automation Conference here. And first of all, what are some of the trends you see from a design or a chip point of view in EDA? What are some of the issues that you see?
Two or three important ones that I would say are that the timing closure is getting harder and harder. If I could be kind of nuts and bolts about it. Secondly, I think more focus on yield enhancements. Thirdly, I think managing to integrate software modeling, hardware modeling, as well as package parasitics modeling in one fell swoop, so that software development can start earlier without being constrained by other developments. I think those are two or three things that are some of the biggest challenges that I think the EDA industry is looking to address for us.
Are the two vendors keeping up with, shall we say, your demands, especially going from 65 to 45 nanometer and beyond? Are they keeping up with those sorts of demands?
They are. When you're at the leading edge, you virtually always have to go explore without all the tools being in place. But I think that there's tremendous commitment of energy from all the tool vendors to go deliver tools which deliver things like multi-mode, multi-corner, timing closure, which has become a really hard thing for us. But they are. I think in 65, I think the industry is in very fine shape. 45 is where all the energy is going right now in solving the issues.
Right. Okay, if I could move over more to the wireless area, what do you see some of the trends, or where are we at in the wireless area? Are we seeing a growing market, or have we seen a lull in certain respects?
There's a big debate in the industry as to what is the implication of the almost certain slowdown that we're seeing in U.S. economy and potentially also European economy on wireless, and we have not seen quite the same slowdown in our demand profile, so we don't know. I was asking my son, what would he do if he had a little less money? Would he not get food, or would he not get cell phone? Hoping to get some insight, and he said, "Daddy, it's easy. I'll get a cell phone so I can order pizza from Domino's." So I'm not sure if that's the logic that goes behind people buying cell phone while there is a slowdown, but it is definitely true that cell phone is becoming almost a requirement for people to do business, as well as to stay connected in personal life. The question in my mind is whether we see slowdown in higher tier devices. I have to say that so far, because of iPhone and RIM and HTC and Palm introducing newer and newer smartphones in the marketplace, we see actually an acceleration in adoption of smartphones. So I'm not sure. I don't feel comfortable saying that the rest of the economy is slowing down and we're immune from that, but I would say that I don't have enough visibility to be able to answer that.
Right. And last but not least, Qualcomm is pushing the leading edge, shall we say, processes, even closing the gap on many of your competitors. Do you see yourselves becoming leaders in 45 nanometer, even 32 nanometer generation, and where do you sit with that?
Well, 45, we did our first lab call in October last year. And we will deliver first commercial products this year. So I think in some sense we feel we're at least at parity with our competitors. And apart from Intel, who I do think is slightly ahead of the rest of us, I feel that we are at the leading edge of most of the other folks. And I think that the reason that's important for us is, as you see the convergence of computing and consumer with wireless, the digital die and the content in silicon is growing. And we need to be at the leading edge to keep the cost of these manageable.
I have one question. This is Junko Yoshida, EE Times. You mentioned during your presentation about pocketable computing device, and that sounds like a lot like actually Intel's MID, mobile internet devices. What are the differences and why you are banking on that concept?
I actually don't know with precision the definition of a MID. The notion of pocketable computing device, though, is a device which has multi-megabit per second of wireless connectivity. It has a processor which is around gigahertz, superscalar processor, which is a gigahertz processor, delivers around 2100 DMIPS, and is able to execute all of those instructions in around 500 milliwatt power consumption. I think the requirement for this market segment is that you be able to use this device all day for 4 to 6 hour usage time. And when you get home, you dock this device and you drive big display, you have full-size keyboard, you can create content, you can respond to emails, you can create PowerPoint presentations and so on and so forth on this device when you're at home. But when you're on the road, you're a content consumer. You can have mobile TV, you can have navigation, you can do all of that during daytime, and you can come out short emails. But when you go home, you can do a lot more. And this device, you're able to carry all your IT state, if you like, and all your entertainment content in one device with you. And I think this is a pretty exciting device, and we're very focused on it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.